Yes, good morning, guys. Politicians, players and parents are all calling for more information regarding this decision from the Welsh Rugby Union. They want to know exactly why the time that these young girls have to play mixed rugby is being cut short from later on this year. Now, these girls have always known that once they've outgrown that under-13s team, they're going to have to go and find a girls-only rugby team to play for. However, they're upset that this decision has been made on their behalf prematurely without their consultation. Now, the girls and their families say this decision hasn't been made based on their height, their weight, their strength, their age, or even perhaps for safety purposes. They're concerned that this decision has been made based on their gender. Now, the committees of rugby clubs across Wales were consulted on this decision, but not the girls themselves who are out on the pitch playing. Now, the member of the Senedd for Bridgend and Porthcawl, Sarah Murphy, is one of these many people who are asking the Welsh Rugby Union for more information on this decision making. She's heard the concerns from a number of children in her constituency who play for mixed rugby teams.
Decisions shouldn't be made about a group, whether that's children, whether that's based on gender, whether that's based on any protected characteristic that will impact them without getting their views on that and their feedback on that. I think obviously it's particularly sad because they are children and they love rugby. And one of the things that Alicia May's mother, Cheryl, said to me was that Alicia May had felt like a real sense of acceptance from playing mixed rugby. And when I asked both the girls, why do you like playing mixed rugby? They were like, because it's rougher and because it's a higher standard at that age, you know? And so I have to feel, and I have, you know, I've had a meeting with 2 representatives from the WRU, and I did say, you have made this decision, though, based on their gender, not on their ability, not on their age. You have made this purely based on their gender. And that's what's so significant here, when you hear from the girls themselves and how that has made them feel, how that has made them question themselves, and how, I suppose, valued they are to the WRU.
Now, I also had a chat to Jackie. Her daughter Evelyn is the captain of a mixed under-12s rugby team in Bridgend. She's now been told that she can no longer play for the club, which she's been a part of since she was 5.
There's just an overwhelming sense of, for her and those girls, that they're powerless in this decision. You know, that I think is really, really horrible. And it's powerlessness that teaches her that the system is sort of stacked against her potentially, and her voice is not worth anything. And I think that is a really dangerous message, and a really contrary message to where we are as a nation, as a society right now. There is certainly a risk to Welsh women's rugby long term. The girls that have played, who have committed, who have done everything right on a rugby pitch and in a rugby team, instead of getting their support, that there's, you know, at 12 and 13, the game of rugby is pretty physical, and they've committed and they've got to the point where they are absolutely valued member of a team. They're not being allowed just because of their girl, because there's only a few girls playing. It seems a very strange notion to me, and I don't think it's fair just on the basis of your gender, which is irrelevant in the middle of a rugby match, I can promise. You know, when you can tackle as hard and as relentlessly as Evie and turn over rucks and everything else, your gender's just not a thing. You know, these girls are choosing to be on that pitch and they're giving their all, right? So I have to say that the coaches have been, you know, really sad that this decision has been made, that none of them can understand it. It just seems a very strange decision to have made because the girls hold their own. Now, there might be low numbers, but they are, you know, well, you don't get to be captain of a 25-strong squad if you're not a value-add player, right?
Now, in a statement, the Welsh Rugby Union told me the decision to lower the maximum age for mixed rugby from 13 to 11 was made following a period of consultation and because of a drop in female participation during the season's girls' move to mix under-12 rugby. They say the new age banding is the best model for the WRU, given the additional opportunities which are now in place in the female game.